All right, Justin, a biggity breakdown for us. You must provide.
The game is getting me going again.
So what was his recent album?
Again. Drillmatic, Heart vs. Mind. And we're specifically looking at 5 lines from No Man Falls featuring Pusha T and 2 Chainz.
Let's hear it.
So it's, and where would I be without the cane? Probably the same place Aubrey Graham. Drake would be without Lil Wayne. Same place Kendrick Lamar be without Sherane. Same place Michael Jackson be without Jermaine. The Jackson 4 just don't hit the same.
It's just so loaded. It's so loaded.
There's so many questions in here.
So much we got to answer. So you're saying that the Michael Jackson line, the one that same place that Michael Jackson would be without Jermaine, that's a kind of self-explanatory lyric.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the Jackson 5 wouldn't have been as famous. Michael Jackson would still be famous.
Right, but Jermaine Jackson was the backbone to it. And if actually you listen to the song I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, excuse me, oh my God, that's one of the best Motown bass lines of all time. I teach it to my students.
And then kind of the same thing along the same lines as Lil Wayne with Drake. Just they wouldn't be as big at the time that they were without these people.
The influences that they had.
Exactly. And then so the game saying Kane, I'm just going to say that it's a live USB DVDs because it just makes sense. In the late 90s, early 2000s, you still had to go to a studio, get a distributor. The game is, his background is a little sketchy.
Yeah, but you're saying, though, that the game wouldn't be anywhere without the cocaine or his live USB
or
DVD.
his live USB DVDs, because you need a distributor, you need to be getting in the studio, and because of his background, it's just kind of, I kind of get it.
All these lyrics come down to the theme of you wouldn't be the same without this thing.
Exactly. But the one that doesn't make as much sense to Jack or Casey is the Kendrick Lamar one.
About Sherane.
Who
are you, Sherane?
Who is it? Let's deep dive. So my original thoughts is she's kind of the main antagonist of Good Kid, Mad City. She starts out as a love interest, but then shit really goes down at the ending. So, is she real? Yes, she is. I'll put up the picture right now. That's of young her and Kendrick. Her, because Sherane's not her actual name. He covered it up just because
pseudo name. She's
kind of like an evil person. Album. So during the album, Kendrick is like, googly eyes for her. And the only reason why she's interested in Kendrick Lamar is to set him up and get robbed.
Yeah, so this is Good Kid, Mad City, right?
So this is Good Kid, Mad City. And the whole album will do a complete other breakdown. Every single song I could go into and break down what part of the story this is. His friends in the next part is Mad City. So
but let's get back to Sherane. Let's talk about Sherane.
Exactly. That's why we need to talk about his friends seeking revenge after this, and one of his friends dies, and the brother of the friend comes to Kendrick seeking advice. And as we've seen from his album Damn and the song XXX featuring U2, his mentality is, I can't sugarcoat the answer for you. This is how I feel. If somebody's kill my son, then somebody is getting killed. So taking into account this mentality of Kendrick at the time, the brother goes out and he dies.
So not only did his friend die, but the brother of the friend dies as well. And this is in Compton, where Kendrick grew up.
Yeah, and this is all painted in Mad City, and Kendrick changes his mentality, and leading to the song "Sing About Me Dying of Thirst" in the album. But before that, he tries to drown his sorrows, and that gives a little bit more context to the song "Swimming Pools," one of his most famous ones. And so some people say that Kendrick found religion because of a prayer that's said at the beginning of the album and in the middle of "Sing About Me Dying," I'm dying of thirst. I'm dying of thirst right now. And then this is voiced by Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
Okay. And then so she's a woman that on the set of Poetic Justice, she
met Tupac.
met Tupac and helped a confrontation between him and another man.
She prevented it. Yeah.
She diffused the situation, and it's super similar to Kendrick Lamar in this situation. So it's just wonderful, and that's a wonderful interpolation right there.
So
you're just like
saying,
a real life
yeah,
example. He's putting that real life example into his song. It's so good. So I guess you could say that it's religion that saved him, but in my eyes, that the album ends with Dr. Dre, so it's kind of like Dr. Dre is his saving grace. He's not focusing on the street aspect, and he's not running away from his dreams of becoming a rapper, and he is full head force diving into becoming a rapper because of Sherane and getting set up.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, so what same place would they all be in? Well, we talked about Drake and Michael, just not as famous. But when talking about Kendrick Lamar and the game is literally saying they would be on the street fighting for their lives. And all of this is just from 5 lines, Jack.
Yeah, I know.
It's just from 5 lines.
That people need to pay attention to what rap lyrics actually say. And I think it's something I didn't appreciate when I was younger because I didn't listen to the lyrics and read the lyrics and try to understand the culture that goes into rap. Rap is a culture. It's a community. It's a gathering of people who interact with each other through their expressive medium, which is the art form of rap. And, in order to truly appreciate something like this, you gotta understand the context.
Right. And man, I actually looked at a couple of videos of the breakdown of Drillmatic Heart vs. Mind, and people hate it.
Interesting.
The controversy around it, and it's a 31-track album, so they don't listen to it.
Yeah, the game has a lot to say.
It's so much to say, and God damn, we need to appreciate it when it's here.
Absolutely, we do. So this has been the Cheap Shot Music Podcast.
Please download or stream this episode wherever you get your podcasts.
Please leave a like and or a comment on our social medias. It's greatly appreciated.
And thank you everyone for watching and listening.